Steve, thanks so much for your insights and your fantastic stories here already. Now, you've been using the new Polar Pacer Pro and really putting it through its paces. So, could you share with us some of your first impressions?
I really enjoyed wearing the Polar Pacer Pro. What I love is the feedback afterwards. So whilst I focus on time and distance, so for me, it's all about how many Ks I get for the week. And then obviously the average time, if I'm doing some reps, the K times or my 20-minute fartleks, I need to be able to see the time so I know when to go start my reps and when to recover. But the great thing for me has been the feedback afterwards. So, when I come back and sync it, I can see how the session's great analysis, the breakdown of the hills. I can even split it up. If I want 500 meter rather than K reps, I can break it down. So that feedback's been really, really good. And then the bonus for me is sleep time. So I've never worn a watch to bed. So for me to be able, that's been a bit of an adjustment, but the feedback to see how I'm recovering and how I'm managing my stress levels has been really good. So I've enjoyed it. It's continual feedback. I think that's the thing that I've probably really enjoyed is that there's always something there that's giving me feedback about my activity levels and just how I'm coping generally across the board in life.
That's great to hear. And you've really touched on what we've tried to achieve with the Polar Pacer series to give you everything you need and nothing you don't. What I love about it is it's lightweight and the battery is long lasting so that you can get that 24/7 tracking with no interruptions. And it's designed so that you can get the most out of your running based on what's important for you. So that could be load management, or it might be intensity monitoring or sleep and recovery. And we've got John here, our sports scientist, who's going to walk us through how some of these features work.
With the new Polar Pacer watch series, we are extremely proud to have been able to improve our gold standard heart rate technology and make it even more accurate, with 10 LEDs across a range of wavelengths and 4 light detectors to give you the most accurate heart rate measurement. Alongside improved GPS technology, you can get the most accurate data to provide insight and feedback to your training. As Steve has mentioned, the really informative feedback you get while running with the new Pacer devices. And you can also customize your watch to see what's important for you when running, whether it's speed or pace, distance, time, heart rate, running power, even down to the remaining rest time until your next interval. In the first webinar of the series, we covered the different types of runs that can comprise a successful running program, from easy to long runs, threshold or tempo runs, and interval training sessions. Well, with the live feedback and feedback received following the session, you can ensure that you've executed your run correctly and achieved your targets. And here's a nice example. The goal of this session was a long steady run at around the upper limits of heart rate zone 2, and it was a success, with 97% of the session spent in the target heart rate zones. So you can control your intensity and pace on the fly during your session with live data feedback, and also review the session afterwards to confirm you achieved your session goal, maximize the effectiveness of your run, and also review feedback on the benefits of different types of runs. Steve mentioned the importance of keeping an eye on how well you're dealing with your training load. And this is done for you based on your own training sessions, and you'll also receive feedback on whether you're doing too much, too little, or are coping well with your training and could afford to push a little bit more. Steve also mentioned the importance of reducing your training load in the weeks leading up to a key event. And with automatic training load management, this is also done for you, so you can arrive at your event rested, injury-free, and ready to go. The Pacer Pro and Pacer Watch weigh in at only 41 grams and are comfortable enough to wear overnight. They're virtually unnoticeable. And of course, we agree with Stephen that the recovery feedback, which is based on comprehensive sleep tracking and automatic overnight heart rate and heart rate variability monitoring, is second to none and extremely valuable, providing you with the insights and feedback on how your body's coping with training and life stresses to assist you in staying free of injury and illness so you can continue to hit the road and meet your running goals.